What is up, YouTube? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another 90s or All That review. This is review number, I believe, 12. I've lost count, it's either 11 or 12. This is a 1991 animated classic from Disney that I've loved since I was a kid, and I could rewatch it anytime because it is one of those classics that can never be remade the same way, and that is Beauty and the Beast. 1991 classic that is a huge part of my childhood and is my sister's favorite Disney princess movie. And this is an amazing movie. I love this film. It's nearly a masterpiece. It's one of the greatest Disney animated films of all time. It got a nomination for Best Picture. And, the animation is stunning, from hand drawn animation. There's even some early CGI when they're dancing in the ballroom. It's a very beautiful looking film. The musical numbers are amazing in this movie. I love it. I think the musical numbers hold up very well. Be Our Guest and Beauty and the Beast and Belle's opening song. The opening song just gets you, sucks you right in. And Belle's voice is beautiful. The voice cast is great. You got Paige O'Hara as the voice of Belle, and Robbie Benson as the voice of the Beast, and Jerry Orbach as Lumiere, and David Ogden Stiers as Cogsworth, and he's also also you got Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Potts. It's a great cast. It's a kick-ass cast and nothing else. And they're gonna remake this movie next year with Emma Watson as Belle. I'm not gonna bother seeing it because it won't top this classic masterpiece of cinema. That's just it's held up. There's a reason that this movie is considered one of the best Disney films ever made. It's not my favorite. My favorite is A Little Mermaid, but from my childhood because I saw it more than this. But I saw this in the theater in 2012 when it was re-released in 3D, and I cried like halfway through the film. I cried. I was like, "Wow, this is a really effective movie. It's a beautiful animated film. It's kind of short. That's one of my major gripes with it. It's like 92 minutes, so it goes by real quick. Could have been a little bit longer. Uh, but considering that we got this in 1991, right after, like about 2 years after Little Mermaid, it's an amazing film. And if you have not seen this Beauty and the Beast, what are you waiting for? Don't bother with the new one next year. See this. It is a great freaking movie. Of an amazing story. Based on a French film that came out in the 1940s about a woman who's who gets locked in a dungeon and is and befriends a beast, in his castle, and she has to see his inner beauty and fall in love with him before the last petal falls on the rose, and then the spell will be broken. It's a basic story. I mean, everybody knows about this story. If you've seen this movie or the 1946 version or the television series from the 80s with Linda Hamilton, or of course, there was a crappy reboot a couple years ago on the CW with Kristen Krug, but I didn't bother watching that because it's disrespectful to this. This is iconic. You have Disney characters that have lasted over 25 years. The amazing musical numbers that just, stay with you. It's a great movie for children and it's a great movie for adults. So it doesn't have to pander to just the kids. It's also a great movie for adults as well. And this on Blu-ray looked amazing. When I first saw this, the colors just beam out of the sky, and it's just amazing. The visuals look so much better on Blu-ray, and I'm glad this got re-released on Blu-ray and DVD because I wanted to get my hands on it for a long time. This is my sister's copy because she loves this movie more than anything. I did see the Broadway show when it came out in the 90s. I saw it twice. I saw it in 2001 and 2007, and it was an amazing show. I saw Annalisa Vanderpool play Belle, and I was just sucked in. Her voice is beautiful as Belle, and it's just a movie that will stay with me forever, man. I love this movie. It's iconic. I will always think that this is the best version of Beauty and the Beast. I've seen other versions. I've seen I've seen Beastly. I've seen this '80s TV show, well, parts of it, and I saw there was an '80s version done by I think the Canon Film Company. They released a bunch of low budget fairy tale films, and did this one, and it's more faithful to the original story, and just a great villain. Gaston is a great villain. He's iconic. He's not too over the top like some Disney villains are. And he's a charming villain, and he stays with you, and he's human. He's not just another creature. And hold on. And also, this film is one of those. It's part of the Disney Renaissance. Little Mermaid, this Aladdin, Lion King. Those are just like some of the best Disney films that there are. And Hollywood, you're not going to recapture this movie next year with Emma Watson and whoever the hell is playing the Beast. I don't care. Josh Gad is playing LeFou, and I'm like, I'm sorry, he's better in Frozen. This movie should never be remade again because this was the icon. This is the definitive version of Beauty and the Beast after the original from the 40s because it's well made. You cannot do better than this. It's one of those films that has a beautiful romance. The romance, you buy it. It's better than Twilight or 50 Shades of Garbage or any of that crap. This is how you do it. And you have a strong female when before it was cool. Now every movie has to have a strong female, and it's just overbearing and it's just cliche and oversaturated. Back then, it was awesome and it was done well. It wasn't shoved down your face. It wasn't just feminism beaten over your head. Even though Belle was a strong female, she also had weaknesses, and she was human. She cries a lot, which is great. She's actually human. She's not a zombie. And this is just a great movie. I could talk about this movie for hours. It is what it is. It's one of the best Disney films ever made. A remake will not be able to touch this like Cinderella did last year or Maleficent. No, the classics, you can't beat them. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. These are the ones that set the ground for future Disney films like Frozen and Tangled and all these other films. This is how it was done back in the day, and it still works today. So that's my awesome raving on one of the best Disney films ever made, Beauty and the Beast. Perfect for 90s month. Never reviewed it on my channel. I love that movie. It's part of my history. My sister loves it, so we're connected because of that film. And I think it's Disney. It's a masterpiece of hand drawn animation. Just great. It's right up there with like some of the greatest animes of all time as well, from Japan and such. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing and liking and commenting on my videos. And I will see you in the next review real soon. Later.